ready to put an end to the self-sabotage of your weight loss program. Hey everybody, this is Mike Erlob and another episode of Power Your Life by Flex PT. So I have a question for everybody. It's great to see you all. Welcome back. But something I want to ask yourself. Have you ever done something in your life that seemed to just like shoot yourself in the foot? It's those things that you do that after you get done, you just step back and you think, why in the heck did I do that? What did I do? I just completely did something that just ruined the chance of me achieving something, or it completely set me back. And you just think to yourself, you know that you consciously did it and that it was your fault and that it completely, set you up for failure. And you don't understand. You just look back at it and you say, why on earth did I do that? What could I have possibly been thinking? I want to share a little story about that with you guys. And, it was a few years ago, and when I was on my weight loss program, I would wake up in the middle of the night. Now, before I go into this, I think everybody here probably has seen the movie Jumanji. And now I'm not talking about the Jumanji with Robin Williams, which was a fantastic movie, by the way. I'm talking about the more recent one, the one with The Rock and Kevin Hart and Jack Black. I can't remember the other characters, but that very first Jumanji with those characters, the storyline is there's these high school kids. They get transported through a video game into the land of Jumanji. And each of their characters, they're kind of opposite of what they were in real life. So, you take the kid who was kind of the nerdy kid, he didn't have a girlfriend, he wasn't the best looking, and he became, in the game, The Rock, Dr. Bravestone. And, then you had the kid who was the big football player, real popular, everybody liked him, and he became Kevin Hart's character, kind of this short guy who was there to serve Dr. Bravestone. Anyway, when they get into the land of Jumanji, they start realizing that they're in this video game, and they start looking, they realize, oh, we have lives, and they got lives on their arms, and then they say, wait, we've got strengths and weaknesses. And Kevin Hart's character just kills me because his weakness was cake. And in the movie, when he ate a piece of cake, he exploded. Now, my cake was peanut butter. Okay? My cake was peanut butter. Now, I didn't explode, not like literally, but you eat enough peanut butter and yeah, you're gonna get fairly big. So what would happen to me is I would wake up in the middle of the night and I had this intense craving for peanut butter. Now, you have to know this. I love peanut butter. Now, I'm not just talking about, any old peanut butter. It has to be creamy Jif peanut butter. It can't be anything else, all right? So at the time, I was really doing good with my weight loss. But I would wake up and I'd be like, oh, peanut butter. But no, I'm not going to do it. I'd roll over, try to go back to bed, try to ignore the craving. But there's a little voice in your head, you guys have all had that you try to ignore the craving, and no matter what you do, it's like you're powerless. And you wake, next thing you know, I am in the kitchen at 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm just eating peanut butter, shoveling spoonfuls. Now, I have to admit it tasted great. Peanut butter's awesome. It makes you feel good. But guess what? The next day, when you wake up, what happens? I felt depressed. I felt, like I cannot believe what I just did. I can't believe that I ate that peanut butter. I can't believe that I sabotaged myself. And then it starts, it starts that little voice in your head, that little voice we all have. The one I'm talking about. It is that one that is super critical of yourself. It is the voice that tells you how you have failed. It's the voice that tells you you're no good. It's the voice that tells you, you know what, you can't be successful. And then I would start to think to myself, it's like, why? Why did I do that? Why did I eat the peanut butter? Why did I knew it would delay my weight loss. I knew it would even potentially derail my progress, that I had made. And, then that little voice would often even kind of pipe up and say, hey, you know what? You might as well just forget it. You've already eaten the peanut butter, so guess what? Why not have those little cookies over there? Oh, while you're at it, there's some cake over here too. Hey, you really like frosting, so why don't we just, get some frosting and start taking spoonfuls of that? You see, I know this has happened to everybody. I can't be the only one, but this happens to all of us. And this is a condition. This is known as subconscious self sabotage. Now, what this is actually, I consider this to be a disease, this to be an affliction that every single one of us has. We abbreviate it as SSS for subconscious self-sabotage. And it's when you do something that you know is going to hurt your results or progress, but you do it anyway. Another way to think about it is it's when you find yourself doing the things that you want to do before doing the things that you need or should be doing. Now, we all do it every day, and there's a reason for this. And as much as, we tell ourselves, I never should have done it, if I just had more willpower, if I had this, if I had that. Listen, you guys, it's not your fault, okay? It is not your fault. You see, it is rooted in our deep subconscious mind, which then overrides the conscious mind by triggering behaviors that are meant to keep us safe. So what happens is you actually, even though you're trying to keep yourself safe, you actually end up sabotaging your progress. And these actions, they're rooted deeply in your false beliefs that you might have regarding your goals or the program that you're on. And I want to talk about this a little bit more in depth to kind of help you understand it, because this is really an important concept. And once you understand what's going on up here in the brain, it really will help you to know how to beat it. So you see, the brain, we're talking the human brain, is actually 3 brains, one stacked up on top of the other, okay? So we're going to start at the bottom. You have the brainstem, and the brainstem handles all of our autonomic functions. These are the automatic functions you don't think about. Things like breathing, digestion, heart rate, blood pressure, sweating, all of those kinds of things, all right? Then you have the brainstem. Then you have the midbrain. And the midbrain is responsible for our main emotions of either seeking pleasure or avoiding pain, okay? Then there's the top brain. And this is where all of the intellectual thought, all of our conscious thought is located. Now, oftentimes we think that the top brain actually influences the midbrain and the brainstem. We often think that this is top down, but it's actually the reverse, okay? And I'm going to explain why here. Science has shown that the brainstem and the midbrain actually influence the top brain whenever a threat is perceived or if there is a pleasurable outcome to be had. So what happens is it causes a cascade of chemicals that are released in the brain and in the body to force you to take action, even if that action is not in line with your goals. Now, these neurotransmitters and chemicals, they are so powerful that you really can't help yourself. And you end up doing things which just don't make sense. You see, our brains are over 2 million years old, and they were designed to keep us safe in an unsafe world at that time. But it's the 21st century, and compared to 2 million years ago, our world is actually more safe than ever. And I know that seems crazy to say that in the middle of a worldwide pandemic, but in reality, it is. Our world is safer. But our brain really does not know that. Okay? So I want you to go back in time and think about this. Okay? Back in the caveman days, if there was anything that was out of the ordinary or different, it was perceived as a threat. And the caveman brain had evolved to see these threats and to force the caveman into immediate action to keep him and her safe. For example, any movement in the bushes could be a saber-toothed tiger. And if the caveman hesitated, then they would be lunch for that tiger. Also, any change in the caveman's social circle, such as being pushed out by others, if they wronged the tribe, it would mean certain death because most likely the caveman could not survive on his own in that kind of a world. So our brains have evolved over time to see uncertainty or change in our status quo as dangerous. And then the midbrain and the brainstem, they release these neurotransmitters and a chemical cascade that basically hijacks the top brain. So it basically takes the top brain, it puts it in jail, and you end up doing the opposite of what you really want to do. Now, this is true with exercise or diet changes. You see, a change in your routine with new exercise can trigger this. Your top brain knows that the exercise program is good for you, and although it's going to be a little painful at first, the benefits are going to pay off. Logically, we know this. However, your brainstem and midbrain, they see the exercise as dangerous because it causes pain to your body. And they're designed, especially the midbrain, to avoid pain. So they influence the top brain, and the next thing you know, you're skipping sessions, you're checking your email, you're watching Netflix, you're hanging out on the couch, or you're cleaning the kitchen instead of working out. The brainstem and midbrain force you into doing things that are comfortable to you because they want to keep you safe. Even though your top brain knows the difference, it cannot get past the influence of the other two subconscious aspects, the brainstem and the midbrain. And this is one of the reasons why so many people fail when they try to change their lives or they try to change their behaviors. But I want you to know that there are things you can do to reverse this and actually rewire your 2 million-year-old caveman brain. So I'm going to give you the 5 steps that you can take to help you overcome subconscious self-sabotage. So number 1, first thing you've got to do, you have to identify the pattern. All right? Self-sabotage has a pattern. And if you learn to recognize it, you will be able to prevent it before it becomes a problem. So think about this. What stops you from getting a higher level of health and losing weight? What prevents you from being the best that you can be? Ask those questions and identify the times where you have sabotaged yourself. And then you analyze that, look at that and say, okay, how could I have set up my environment? How could I have set up it different so that wouldn't have happened? Number 2, limiting beliefs. Okay, we all have these. We all have limiting beliefs such as, I can't lose weight, nothing works for me, I've lost weight before and I've gained it all back, so why should I even try? You have to face these beliefs and fears head on, and you can't let yourself believe them. If you believe that you can't lose weight, that nothing is going to work for you, or that you're going to have a hard time committing, I'm just going to tell you, you're not going to be successful, okay? But if you can program your mind that you can lose weight, that it will work for you, that the past doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you tried before and it didn't work. This is new. This is different. If you can program your mind like that, you will succeed. You see, keep in mind, whether you believe you can or you believe you can't, in either case, you are right. So why not choose to believe that you can succeed? You face your fears and false beliefs head on. The fear of the unknown, you guys, it's intense, okay? It can keep you from being fulfilled and happy. If you do nothing about it, it will prevent you from being successful, not just in a weight loss program, but in anything you want in life. So dig deep within yourself and ask questions like, why am I afraid? What is so scary that I can't seem to overcome? Check your answers to these questions, and then you've got to determine, hey, you know what? Do they outweigh my desires, or do my desires outweigh them? I hope your desires outweigh the answers to those questions. Number 3, always flood your mind with goals. There's a quote, I believe it was Jim Rohn, and he said that you have to stand guard at the gate of your mind. And there is so much truth to that. By revisiting your goals on a daily basis, your mind or conscious becomes inundated with your goals. This will hinder self-sabotage to a great extent. You're going to start to experience a shift in your subconsciousness, and you're going to be willing to accomplish your goals at all costs. Number 4, this is really important. You've got to be accountable to someone. You have to surround yourself with like-minded people that will encourage you to keep up your program. Okay? That's why we're here. That's why we've created this Facebook Live. That's why we've created these programs, because we're here for you to share your successes, your challenges, but also to help you through those tough times. reach out to us, send us an email, shoot us a message. We're here to help pick you up and keep you moving forward. Self-sabotage will still rear its ugly head, but when you're surrounded with a support system, you will have the willpower and the space to deal with it, and you'll move through it unscathed. You deserve to be the best that you can be. Therefore, you should go for it without apologizing to anybody. You do what you have to do. You reorganize your schedule accordingly. You take time for yourself and you prioritize yourself. Number 5. And I've talked about this in previous videos, but this is so important. I believe in this so strongly. Guided meditation. I'm telling you, guided meditation is the key to so many things to unlocking your mind. Guided meditation is another way to fight subconscious self-sabotage. You see, as you take time out for yourself each day to meditate and you focus on your good feelings, your anxiety has a better chance of melting away. One of the most important solutions to overcoming subconscious self-sabotage is to take out some time for yourself, focus on your own needs each day, and guided meditation is a great way to do this. So I want you to start these 5 steps right now, and you will start to eliminate the subconscious self-sabotage from your life. You'll reap the benefits of achieving your optimal outcome in life. Now, I don't know about you, but I think that's some pretty cool stuff, isn't it? So try these steps right now, and I want to know, let me know how it works for you. Let me know, shoot me a message, send me an email, let me know, how else we can help you with that. On a side note, I just want to let you know that our new program, the 4-week weight loss system for busy moms and dads, I'm hoping, we're projecting that it's going to be available by the end of next week. That's what we're shooting for. I got to tell you, I have to send a shout out to my team, Arena, Monica, Mason. These guys have done an amazing job creating these videos, these recipes, these products, and I just know you guys are all going to love. You're going to get amazing weight loss results, so watch us next week for more information. Keep in mind that we're going to be doing these Facebook Live events every Tuesday and Thursday at this same time at 1 p.m. So you can tune in and get a good feeling for everything that's going on. We're going to be talking about challenges, not just in weight loss, but in overall health. We're going to be talking about biohacks, about tips, about ways to get those quick results and accelerate the results that you're looking for. So until then, I will see you soon. Stay healthy and keep moving forward. We'll see you later.